Hey guys, so I just finished watching the Apple event while I was at work, and I just wanted to rant to you guys for a little bit. This is completely unscripted, completely unedited, but I thought this would be a fun new series, so let's see how it goes. So, the iPhone 7 was just announced, and it's basically everything we expected. I mean, I guess it is water resistant, and there is that new black color. But honestly, it feels like the same phone, and I think that's my biggest problem with Apple. I had the iPhone 5, I had the iPhone 6, both were great phones. I'm still using the 6 now to film this video, but at the same time, so many other Android phones out there are blowing away Apple in terms of specs, features, things like that, and I really feel like Apple is just falling behind. And I hate to say that because I have used Apple devices for so long. I had a MacBook Pro, I use an iMac every single day at work, but at the same time, if they can't keep up with the competition, then they're just gonna, just slowly die. And I hate to say that, but the big thing, like getting rid of the headphone jack, I think that is a huge mistake, mainly because it's gonna be the same thing as the MacBook that they supposedly removed it to have the USB-C port. Like, only one port on a computer. It's 2016, it's not like 2020 where everything's wireless. Everything takes USB like 3.0 for the most part. I mean, just think, like, let's say you go to class and someone brings a flash drive. Oh, I can't take that unless I have my adapter, which by the way is $80 freaking. So you guys are falling a little bit. I have you on a magnet on my air vent, so apologies for that if I'm a little bit crooked. But my point is, Apple really needs to step up their game with the iPhone, and I'm not saying this like I'm Apple hater or whatever. Like I said, I have Apple products, but removing the headphone jack is just like, it's not the time for that. Not enough people have Bluetooth headphones. My mom uses her headphones all the time. She was telling me the other day, she was freaking out about the fact that they're removing the headphone jack. But, I mean, I know that, like, Bluetooth headphones are pretty popular. I mean, I have several pairs of my own, but you gotta think, the average consumer just wants to plug something in and listen to music, or they already have high-end headphones. And yes, they have the adapter, but, like, you know how much those things are probably gonna go for? Like, I have a MacBook Pro, and the charger for it was like, what, like $80 just to replace it, just because the wire frayed. And it took the longest time for official lightning cables to be, Apple certified or whatever. So I just feel like that's just a big way for Apple just to make extra money when people lose it. And I don't know, I'm just not impressed by Apple anymore. I mean, I feel like they're playing catch up. They're so far away from the S7 in terms of camera, whereas this is kind of their chance to catch up. And it may be similar spec, it may be a little bit better than the S7. But the thing that pisses me off the most about Apple is they're supposedly holding back all of these great features and redesigns for the next model. Which, I understand they want to do something special for the next iPhone since it is the 10-year anniversary, but that doesn't mean hold back your features, because you're losing customers as you go. And honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to go with Samsung for my next phone. And I personally dislike Samsung as a company, but at the same time, they're going all out with their products. They've spent the longest time trying to catch up to where Apple is, and I feel like they finally are at a point where, wow, this is like, the S7 is the best smaller size handset on the market. The Note 7 is doing great, other than the little battery issue, I won't mention that. But at the same time, like, I just feel like Samsung's really trying, and I'm holding out for the Google Nexus phones. I have a Nexus 7, but I've never had a Nexus phone. Honestly, if they can compete with the camera, which is my number one concern, obviously, being a video person, but being able to do really good 4K video, which Sony has been stepping up their game there too. So honestly, this is just my opinion, by the way, and if you want to have a different opinion, please share it. I want to have this discussion because I'm still kind of conflicted. Like, do I go with the iPhone 7 or do I make the jump to Android? And right now, it's feeling pretty freaking Android, and this just drives me crazy. So maybe this is a good first topic for this rant, but let me know what you guys think. Did you watch the Apple event? Have you seen the specs? The water resistancy is great. The color is cool, I guess. But, like, really, it's the same phone with a slightly better camera, and whatever, slightly improved Touch ID, whatever. But I just feel like this should have been what the 6S was, if this technology was there for that. It shouldn't be the 7, and I think they're really just cheating out their customers with this. Again, my opinion, happy to discuss this, so don't just, like, think of me, I'm some crazy, Apple hater. I'm not. I love Apple. But lately, they've completely turned me off from their phones, so yeah, I think I'm getting an Android. What about you? Please let me know, and I hope you enjoy this new series. Now I gotta get back to work.